Understood. We're asking support from our Shaykh, inshallah. Say something. Everything from the knowledge of this world to the knowledge of the other worlds, you have to learn. You have to learn from someone who has a higher knowledge. No one is ever born with the knowledge of how to become a lawyer, or an architect, or a policeman, or a doctor. Maybe you're born with a strong desire and easier understanding of these subjects, then more you have to go to school to learn. More you have to learn. More that teacher has to take it out and to give you better understanding to become better. The same thing with the knowledge of Allah. If it's not necessary, why the prophets sent? Why are the awliya Allah still continuing after the prophets are gone? Why? It can just come naturally to you? No. So to build trust in Allah, to have tawakkul in Allah, this is one of the things of spirituality because it concerns the spirit. This is nothing to do with dunya. But then again, trust in Allah in what? So many, they don't trust in Allah. Why is that? Look at the du'as that you are making. Look at the value and the quality of the du'as that you are making. What are you asking for? 99% of the time you're asking only for dunya. Correct or no? Say it to me. You're asking for the world. Very rare. You're not going to ask from the world, you're only going to ask for the hereafter. Sincerely, being worried, thinking about that. And that is one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala complained to the Holy Prophet ﷺ on the night of Mi'raj. He's saying, your nation, I never asked them tomorrow's prayers today. I never asked them for tomorrow's zikr, tomorrow's worship today. But they're always asking me for tomorrow's provisions today. Meaning there's no trust in Allah. Whereas with the rizq, provisions of this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created our provisions before He had created us. And no one has the right to take even one grain of rice from you if it is not written there for you. If it is written there for you before you die, you're going to get it. But how are we going to learn all this? No, this is not coming from books. How did I learn to trust in Allah? When I see that one who has the qualities of the Prophet and he's trusting in Allah, and what happens when he trusts in Allah? That my trust started building. I have to now build my trust in Him. And that one is your guide. That one is your share. The same way that the people found faith and trust in Allah when they've deviated and Allah sent a prophet, the same way that it is now. Their prophethood is finished, but the inheritors of the prophets going around, continuing the mission of the prophets, those who have faith, help them to gain more faith. Those who are looking for trust, help them to build more trust in Allah. What did I discover in my guide? He's trusting in Allah. What is he asking? He's not asking from this dunya. He's asking every day to please Allah more. Every day He's telling us to step on our ego and not to trust our desires. Every day He's teaching us, understand who you are. Once you start understanding your nafs, once you start understanding all the qualities that you have that you inherit from shaitan, you're going to stop trusting yourself. Once you stop trusting yourself, you're going to trust in that one who's going to bring you to Allah. That time, you're going to see your faith working. It is not because that you are doing so many things by yourself too. It is because Allah is giving it to you. Dunya is saying, work. If you work, you're going to get pay. Correct? Who is saying that? Dunya is saying that. But there's so many who are working, they don't get paid at all. How do you fit that in now? They're teaching you, especially today's capitalism. Oh, who is even questioning today's capitalism? That for the past 200-300 years, whole world has gone upside down because the worldview is coming from the place where the sun sets. Before all the great empires, it's coming from where the sun is rising. Saying work hard, then you're going to get it. No. So many people, they work hard, they get nothing. And there are so many people who don't work at all and they get everything. How are you going to fit that? But looking at that one who trusts in his Lord, you start seeing his faith. And once you start following, you start to see, it is not because of me, it is because of my Lord. That time when you do something, and you say, I tried my best, Ya Rabbi, as you like. Once you start seeing your faith at work, it is not because of you. You're doing everything as much as you can, but it's not because of you. And you know that by your own doing, it should not succeed. But it's because Allah is supporting you that it is succeeding. Then you start tasting your faith that way and realize how sweet it is and how much your Lord is there with you. Inshallah, may Allah give us more trust. It is a forgotten commodity these days. Commodity? It's a forgotten value these days. Nobody trusts nothing. They only trust themselves. And in Tariqat, we say first, never trust yourself. Don't even trust your own shahadat. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.